YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. I got the gaming PC that's under the A95L. It is currently down, man. Down. I was sitting there playing this video game with my son. I don't have the small kids down here. And it was just intermittently disconnecting. Come to find out, it's the freaking HDMI connection. It's probably going to be extremely hard to see, but this thing is a little bit bent. Now, this is the back end of my home theater PC. So it's been featured on the channel. We got an RTX 3090 inside of this thing. This is a nice compact solution for me. Works really well. We got some great cable management in here. Everything, a lot of good hardware packed in here. Now, this is 10th gen Intel i7 architecture. So it's due for some upgrades, but the GPU has been holding me down. And with a Sony TV, I'm not really even caring about getting the highest frame rates. 60 to 70, butter smooth fluid, we're good. But all that the TV has are HDMIs, and this thing only has one HDMI port and then some display ports. Now, I don't want to go to any adapters because VRR, G-Sync, all of that doesn't work with the adapters, and then you really are locked to 60 and 4K if you do DisplayPort to HDMI. So my son, who's due for some upgrades. We've got an upgrade system in my house. He's got a RTX 3080 Ti. Thing's dusty. We're gonna get this cleaned out, and he's really due for an upgrade because this is like 9th gen i9 9900K architecture. So he's due for an upgrade. Now, the 45-inch monitor, if you haven't seen, it's this guy right here. Now, this is Lady Harris setup, 45-inch ultra wide. This has a 4090 in it, meshed up with my 4090, right? So this is the yin and the yang. My son actually has the same monitor. So I reviewed this monitor on my channel, and when I did the review, that monitor I gave to him, and then I bought a second one, right? So he's got this monitor. So the 3090 actually works out to be fine for him because you got to utilize DisplayPort to get the most out of this monitor. While me personally, I need the HDMI because obviously in here I'm gaming on a TV, and so yeah, I'm running into the issue where again my port is dead. So now you have full context of what's going on. But good enough, my kids got this 3080 Ti, so for now I'm gonna snatch this out because the HDMI connection is fine on this. Throw this guy in there. Give him the 3090, which is going to push him more frames, more fluidity, right? For the ultra wide LG 45-inch that he has. So he'll be going from the 3080 Ti to the 3090. I'll be going back to this 3080 Ti temporarily, but eventually we'll get like a 4090, and we got to do a new CPU and everything, but that's going to be coming later to the channel. For now, I just want to make sure that I have something in here. As long as I can play 4K 60 on that A95L, then I'm good. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing swapped out. All right, here's a comparison of physical stature. 3090, just towering 3080 Ti. Much bigger card. Should be good to fit in here. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem there. This boy's system is so dusty, but it's all good. We got nice little portable unit to get us some air so we can get that cleaned out. Cool thing about this is it's pretty simple install because they both have the provided adapters that came with them. So that makes that really easy. In fact, I told him, I said, hey man, send me a photo of your computer. I try not to go in their room and stuff. It's like, send me a photo. Seen that when I did the build, we put the adapters on here. So I'm like, oh, bet. I knew I had the adapters on my 3090. And I said, man, it's going to be just a quick little swap, but so I got it open. We're gonna dust it out a little bit, but here's a better look into my home theater PC case. All right, so standard motherboard in there. Got a M.2 NVMe. Got 2.6 of RAM. Just got 16 gigs in this little guy. Got a lot of fans. Just a 750 watt, pretty adequate stuff. Some intake here, some intake here. 280 millimeter exhaust there. We've got the push pull, all be quiet fans, and we've got 2 intakes here. So for these founder cards, having an intake there blowing straight on through there works out to be pretty well. But yeah, this thing is pretty good. We've got also got a think of what I got, an 18 terabyte. I think it's 18 terabyte. This is all like emulation, so pretty much everything you can think of from ColecoVision and on up. And yeah, so get a little bit of maintenance done, switch up the content a little bit for you guys, and we'll get these things put back together. This is all loaded up. That card filling in real nice. Dust it, clean this thing off real quick. I'll probably bring some content like this to the channel in the future. We did some PC stuff when I started out a couple of years ago, making tech related videos, but kind of simmered down a little bit to making all my stuff more lifestyle like this. I like shooting it more vlog like. I feel like it's more so like I'm just taking you kind of on a day in the life, and I absolutely love being able to hook my kid up with this. Like I said, he got the player monitor, so now he got something that's gonna be better to it. And then what happens is, let's say if a 5090 comes out like next year, 2 years from now, and I get it, the 4090 I got, I hand it to one of the kids, and that's just how it works for us. So this worked out to be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get that 3080 Ti into the home theater PC case, and we'll get it connected back over there to the Legend. All right, we've got this put back together. Now, I'm not worried about this extra little shield right there, because once you go back to a 40 series card, it's going to be a much thicker layout anyway. This card is super slim, man. I forgot how slim it was, but yeah, this is pretty much put together. This case is a very nice option. I will card in my initial review of this. I've got a couple of videos of this case, and I believe we featured it 3 times on the channel. I did one review or overview of the case, then we talked about like what was going in it, and then recently on the channel we did kind of like an up-to-date. This is a very good option. This is a side angle to it, but nice case if you are interested in getting into PC building. You want something that's gonna not look all crazy, especially if you got it like in a nice living room type of area like I got. It doesn't look like a PC, looks like a receiver. So we're gonna close this thing up and get it connected and run a couple of games in this video. All right, guys, we are good, ladies and gentlemen. We've got connection again, which is awesome. Now, this configuration again collectively is a 10th generation i7 with a 3080 Ti. This is going to put me ahead of the curve of quote unquote next gen consoles. So over the next week, I'm going to be aggressively playing the Spider-Man remastered in here. Like I said, I don't really need anything too aggressive now. When we do the refresh of hardware, probably in the beginning of the year or at the very end of this year, I'll bring it back to you guys. But what jumping down in the GPU means is pretty much not being able to turn everything up, but from here you can only go up in terms of performance, or from a car perspective. When I get a 4090 in here, it's going to be back to turning everything up as much as possible. I don't like to really play with any type of internal upscaling. I mean, it's something you kind of have to deal with the console. So like the new Spider-Man 2 game, I know the most accurate 4K, even though it's not 100% native, but the most accurate 4K setting is only going to run at 30 frames per second. It kind of is what it is. But yeah, no dynamic resolution scaling or anything. Let's get into some gameplay. All right, we got the opening sequence running.
All units, level 4.
Like I say, as long as we hitting 60 or more right now, I can cope. Everything's looking nice. A95L looks so cinematic. Love it. All right, we about to see exactly how we running. Oh yeah. I have everything, pretty much everything turned up, so there's some room for me to turn some things down, but yeah, we back up, baby.
his tower, but still waiting on the warrant.
We are back up, baby.
You know how his lawyers are.
All right, guys.
Go by the book.
Leave some comments down below. Let's have some engagement.
You really want to help?
It's a little bit of behind the scene content.
Sounds like his guys are trying to keep my back.
I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Peace. God bless. And as I always say, max love.